Okay, hey guys, my name is Mick Tango, Anime and Manga. This is my One Piece chapter 724 review. Before I start the review, I just wanted to introduce you guys to this new format. I'm basically showing my face to this camera I have. It looks pretty grainy and pretty low quality, but hopefully I'll be getting a new one come Christmas. So, yeah, basically the reason why I'm doing this is because my Kill la Kill review basically just got blocked in multiple countries, and I just kind of wanted to incorporate this new format to ensure that none of my stuff gets taken down for copyright when it comes to music or stuff like that. Um, so yeah, that's basically why I'm doing this entire format like this. Before I get started with the One Piece review, I just before I got started with it, I just wanted to tell you guys why I was doing that kind of stuff, why I wanted to do this new format, and it's also very easy on me when it comes to editing. So yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna jump right into the chapter. This chapter was fairly simple. It wasn't an exposition chapter. It was basically just like a fight chapter, a bunch of fights and a bunch of. We got some information on where the Straw Hats and the Law are going next. So basically, the chapter just starts off. I'm gonna use my phone for reference here. Got the manga pulled up. So yeah. So basically, we have Sanji and Doflamingo fighting again, and I didn't think this fight was gonna be much, honestly, because Sanji and Doflamingo. I mean, you can basically compare Sanji to the power of maybe. I mean, it's like he looked like he was stronger than Virgo, but he also looked like he was like a little bit weaker than Law when it came to other stuff, especially in this chapter. So I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. Maybe he's not as powerful as Law just because of Law's ability, but I don't know. So basically, Doflamingo and Sanji are fighting, and Sanji just gets straight up owned in this entire like chapter. I mean, it was pretty cool though. I mean, it was pretty cool how the fight went. Doflamingo like dodged this kick and then whoosh, did that little attack that he did on Smoker, and he basically just cut Sanji back. Um, and it's like Doflamingo's fighting style is so aggravating. It looks like it's just so like it's just so like aggravating to fight. So basically that happened, and and then Doflamingo says, "See if you can protect your friends now." And then Sanji's not having any of that because we know Sanji's determination, especially when it comes to Nami and just his entire crew. He's just very loyal to Luffy and his entire crew, and especially Nami and Robin because they got the dirties. But that was nasty. But basically, like, he comes back with another attack, and then Doflamingo basically like um, I think he blocks it. It looks like he blocks it here, and then he suspends Sanji in midair with that. Actually, his pose is like kind of like he's flicking him off like that. I mean, it looks like he's it looks like he's like driving in a car in GTA 5. He's just like so. So he just suspends Sanji in midair. His ability where he basically stopped that vice admiral. Was it a vice admiral? Oh no, it was a commander of Whitebeard's army in Marineford. Basically stopped him like this, and then Sanji was basically just suspended in midair. He couldn't exactly do anything about it. He's basically just suspended. He can't do anything. And then the crew's yelling at him. And while this is happening, Jorah is basically telling them why Sanji's gonna lose to the young master. She's basically saying that this is his ability, and there's no way to get out of it, and Sanji's gonna die. And we basically just have the crew trying to tell him to get out. And Doflamingo's like right up in his face, and he's got that sinister smile that he always has. Uh, that smile is so like aggravating to me. It's like I just want to punch him in his smug ass face so many times, and I really want Luffy, Zoro, and I want either Luffy or Zoro and Kinemon to come in and steal this fight. To be honest, and Doflamingo does this like cockback ability where it goes like this, and then like a long sharp thread comes out of his hand, and this is explained later that he has the Ito Ito no Mi, which is the power to use thread. So that's how he was basically connecting clouds with thread, and that's how he was able to fly. Um, so basically, just shoots out this like long string, and then it shows Law, and he has like a log in his hand, and he opens up the room, and he basically throws the log up in the air and swaps it out, or he swaps Doflamingo out with himself, or something like that, right before Doflamingo's about to pierce Sanji, and I was like, yes! Law's ability is just so cool. I love that ability. And then Doflamingo basically lets it go, and then he cuts a Dressrosa building in half, and I'm like, damn, dude. Doflamingo's ability is so awesome sometimes. But so basically that was it. And then he's like, Law is up to this. Law did this for Sanji, or just did this to ensure his safety. And then so basically, like, then they say that Sanji's saved, and they're all relieved and stuff like that. And then we have Law like sitting on the ship, and basically then we have like Caesar talking to Jorah, and Jorah's like, and then he's like, save me, Jorah, and then yeah, and then she's like, I'm captured too, and then Doflamingo starts coming back after the ship, and then at this point I'm like, oh, shit, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna get out of here? And we basically just have Law telling Sanji to get out, use the coup de burst, and he'll stay behind and fight Doflamingo. And basically he gets Caesar's heart out of his chest, where he was hiding it like under his chest. Basically gives it out and gives it back to Caesar, and like tells him to take Caesar and go to Zoe. Basically this other island that he wants them to go. Basically gives Nami a VV card and tells them to go, and tells him that as long as they destroy Smiley, then everything will be okay, and basically they can move on to their next objective. And yeah, so we basically just have them talking about that, and then we have Nami saying, no, we can't leave. We have to make sure we can't leave without our entire crew. We can't leave without our captain. So and then here comes Fujitora and with the Marines, and he basically he sends like a ship flying over. And then they're getting cornered again. It's like Doflamingo from this side and Fujitora from this side, and they're just coming in to crush the ship, and they're coming in to crush the Straw Hats. And then we have Law getting ready with his sword, and like Law is just the ultimate, just ideal badass protagonist in One Piece ever. It's like he has to be my third or fourth favorite character in this series overall. First would be Sanji, and then Luffy, probably Zoro, and then like that. And then basically we have meteors flying at the ship in the room, and then Fujitora's ability is so awesome. I don't know why I went like this. Fujitora's ability is so awesome that, like, I honestly, if I had a choice of every Devil Fruit in the One Piece universe, I think that this would be my number 2 or 3 pick. And then basically it's flying, and Law opens up his room again, and it's flying in, and then he's basically just like getting ready to do something, and then he's talking to Sanji, and he's saying, this is just why are you fighting so hard, Law? This is just our checkpoint and our big picture. We want to take out Kaido. We want Kaido's head, right? So basically, then we have a comet coming in, and then it enters the room, and then we have Law talked, and basically sticks the meteor to the ship, and then the ship just gets a hole blown in it, and I was like, it's like Law, he's so cool. I was like, yeah, he's so awesome. Law just, I don't know what it is. He just immediately knows what to do almost instantly. It's like instantly he knows exactly what he needs to do. He's got like the best plans ever. And then we have Fujitora basically not giving anything. He basically just he's basically just sitting there eating ramen, and then we have Doflamingo do that thing again, and he shoots it at the ship. And then I'm just like thinking, oh no! I mean, the Sunny could have gotten damaged. He cut a tower and Dressrosa in half. And then Law basically just he's holding his sword like this, and the threads tied around it. And then the coup de burst happens. But before that, Law grabs Jorah by the head and has his sword up to her neck. And And then we have the coup de bird. We have the coup de bird that flies off into the air, and then they're basically talking. And Law says, and then Doflamingo says, "What's the deal with letting the Straw Hats leave? Only half the Straw Hats leave. Isn't this your pirate alliance that you hold so dearly?" And then and then and then he says, "The other half is still in Dressrosa. What are you gonna do?" And then he said, "And then if I can't take all of them hostage, you'll give me back Caesar immediately." Like basically says, "What if I take all of them hostage?" And then Law says, he basically says, it's a pity, but our pirate alliance is over. And honestly, I think Law is lying, because like, he's just a strategist. He does this kind of stuff. He basically just trying to. I think he's trying to lie to Doflamingo to basically just get Doflamingo off his back about the whole thing. And then he basically is just showing like slideshows of the Straw Hats what they're doing, and then he says like. And then he's basically like, "I'll fight you here, and I know I can't beat you, but I will if I destroy Smiley. If the Straw Hats destroy Smiley, then I know Kaido won't be happy, and he'll kill you himself." And then he's basically, and then this dialogue was just so awesome. And then we have Doflamingo. That smile. It doesn't matter what kind of situation Doflamingo's in. That smile never ever ceases to be there. Never ceases to be there, and that's just something I really, really love about his character. So that's the chapter. I actually really enjoyed the chapter. A lot of fighting. Sanji got beat down, but it's okay because Law stepped in. And honestly, what did we expect from Sanji right now? He's not powerful enough to take on a top Shichibukai like that, and he's basically at the power of an admiral. So Law's a badass. Sanji's still a badass, and he's still gonna remain my favorite One Piece character because of his determination and his just badassery when it comes to that Diablo Jumbe. I love it, and he'll be at that level eventually, but not this chapter. So yeah, I hope you guys like the new format. I'm sorry about the quality of my face. If I need to put anything, it'll be here or here. Music in the background as usual, and thank you. See ya.